Hello and welcome in. I'm Andromeda Astria, and today we're going to talk about taking care of yourself as a VTuber. This is something I think is very important, and I've had a couple people ask me how I take care of my mental health while VTubing since there are so many stressful things going on. So we're going to go over a couple of points that I think might help a little bit. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get started. First off, we have don't compare yourself to other people. You are a completely different human from any other person on this planet, and your journey is not going to be the same as anybody else's. So do not look at how fast someone else who started at the same time as you is growing, or how quickly any big name VTubers seem to have grown, or what milestones people hit when you think that you should have hit them. None of this matters. The only thing that matters is you. Next, we have make sure to turn off your viewer count. Being able to see your view count is not a good thing. It does nothing good for you while you're streaming. So while you are streaming, go ahead and turn that off. There is a way to delete it entirely from your Twitch. I don't know how you do it on YouTube. I have not streamed on YouTube in a while, but make sure whichever thing you're using that you do not have live viewer count on. It will either make you sad that you don't have enough or make you stressed that there are too many people. Neither one is good, and you should not be streaming based on your viewer count. Your stream should be exactly the same regardless of if you are streaming to 1 or 0 people or if you're streaming to multiple thousands of people. You should be producing exactly the same thing, so there is absolutely no reason for you to have that viewer count up. Next we have set small goals. Yes, you may have very large goals of becoming a Twitch partner or getting monetized on YouTube or having hundreds of thousands of followers. Those goals are not going to help you very much to start out with. What you want to have as small goals are going to be go live for your first time. They're going to be hit 10 followers. They're going to be stream for 10 hours. They're going to be make a friend, find someone to collab with. Make small goals that you can actually achieve, because this is going to help a lot with your mental state. This is going to help you feel like you are succeeding because you are succeeding. And if you only have these really large goals, you're going to feel like you're failing even though you're not. So make sure that you have small achievable goals that you are always working towards and not only very large goals. The next piece is make sure that you are making content that you would like to consume. One of the best ways to keep a happy mental state is to make content for yourself and not for other people, because then nobody can control how happy you are with your content. Doesn't matter how many people are watching it because you are making something that you truly enjoy. Along those lines, we have focus on the fun that you're having. Remember, content creation should be fun. Yes, it can be a job and it can be work, but in the end, we're doing this because it's super fun. So, if you are focused on the fun you're having, focused on how much fun you're having streaming, focused on how much fun you're having chatting with people in your chat, focused on how much fun it is to make and edit videos or to make and edit songs, if that is where your focus is, if your focus is on the fun, then it's not going to matter. None of the numbers will matter. Nothing is going to be able to put you down because you are having a good time making this content. A very good thing to remember is that everybody has bad days. It does not matter how big of a content creator someone is. They're going to have days where their numbers are not where they'd like them to be. They're going to have days where they are streaming to what they don't think is a big enough audience. They're going to have days where their videos do not get the number of views that they thought that they would, even though they thought they had a great idea. They're going to have days where they have tons of trolls to deal with or people bullying them on Twitter. Everybody has the bad days. So whatever content creation bad day you're having, just remember that all of your heroes, all of the VTubers you look up to, they've had these bad days too, and they have gotten through it. So you can too. A very good and helpful thing to remember is that there is no such thing as overnight success. Everyone who is a successful content creator has worked their butts off to get there. And that is what you're going to have to do as well. But if you see something that looks like it's an overnight success, usually what you have going there is somebody who already had a community from something else. And then they turned into a VTuber and they were able to bring that community over. And that can appear a little bit like an overnight success, but it absolutely is not. That person still put in just as much work as everybody else did in building up their community and building up their brand and making themselves a success. So anyone can do it. It just takes a lot of work and a lot of dedication. That leads us to understanding how much work really goes into VTubing. This isn't the kind of thing where you can just hit live and start streaming and grow a massively large community. No, there's a lot of networking that goes on behind the scenes. There's a lot of promoting yourself. There's a lot of communicating with other people, finding people to collab with. There's a lot of editing and finding clips and understanding how all of the different social medias work and what kind of formats to use on each of them. There is so much you're going to have to learn, and it is absolutely worth it. But do understand that for every couple of minutes of finished product that you see, whether that's a fun clip from a stream or that is a nice polished YouTube video, people have put in 3+ hours of work because you have editing to do, you have actual recording to do, whether that is a live stream or that is a recording. There's always tons and tons of work. Exponentially more work goes on behind the scenes than you will ever see as a consumer. So do be prepared for that and don't get caught off guard and don't let it overwhelm you. This brings us to our final piece, which is do not overspend. I know it is extremely tempting to go out and buy a really expensive and really awesome VTubing model and to get all sorts of cute emotes and assets and things, but the reality is there is absolutely no guarantee that you're going to be able to make that money back quickly enough, or really that you're going to make that money back at all. So only ever spend the amount that you can actually afford to have spent, because otherwise you end up relying on the VTubing to make money as opposed to making content that you actually want to make and making it because you have something to say. And that brings us to the end. Make sure that you are having fun with everything you're doing. That is the key to keeping a great mental state while doing any sort of performance. Talked about this a little bit in my audition video, but auditions become a whole lot less stressful when you have fun with the auditions instead of seeing them as some sort of test. So if you are creating any sort of stuff that people consume, make sure that you're creating it because you really enjoy doing it. Make sure you're having fun creating it, because then you are not going to be as stressed out. It really does help. So, everybody go out there, go have fun, and if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments or go ahead and head over to my Discord and I am happy to answer any questions that you have. I'll see you guys next time.